I've been reading Seneca again, his words sharp as a blade, cutting through the fog of a life half-lived. He wrote once that we don't lack time, we waste it. And here I am, in the stillness of this moment, wondering how much of my own life I've let slip through careless hands. The Stoics, those old souls like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius, they knew something we've forgotten. Freedom isn't found in escaping the world's judgments, but in refusing to let them own you. Picture a marketplace, crowded, voices clashing, eyes darting with opinions. Someone whispers about your choices, your clothes, your words, your dreams. It stings, doesn't it? That fear of not measuring up. But Epictetus would lean in close and say, "Their thoughts are not your burden." He taught that only your actions, your will, your character are yours to command. The rest, the chatter, the sideways glances, those belong to others, as fleeting as dust in the wind. I've carried that lesson into moments of doubt, when I hesitated to speak my truth or chase a path because I feared what they'd say. And I realized their words can't touch what I choose to value. Seneca would sit here, in this very chair, and remind us that virtue, courage, wisdom, justice is the only currency that matters. Not praise, not approval, not the fleeting nods of a crowd. I've tried it, you know. Standing in a room where opinions swirled like a storm, I asked myself, am I acting with integrity? Am I true to what I know is right? And when the answer was yes, the noise faded. It's not about ignoring others. It's about anchoring yourself to something deeper. Marcus Aurelius, emperor and philosopher, scratched this into his journal amid war and betrayal. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. I carry those words like a shield. There's a practice the Stoics used, one I've come to lean on. They called it premeditatio malorum, imagining the worst, not to dwell in gloom, but to strip it of its power. Before a choice that scares me, I close my eyes and picture the criticism, the doubt, the rejection. I let it wash over me and I ask, can I still act with purpose? Can I still be kind, honest, brave? The answer is always yes. And in that yes, I find a quiet freedom. I've done this before, walking away from a life others expected of me, before speaking words I knew wouldn't be welcomed. Each time I felt the weight of others' judgments lift, like a fog burning off under the sun. Here now, in this flicker of candlelight, I think of how the Stoics lived with death always near, not to despair, but to sharpen their focus. Life is brief, they said, not because it's short, but because we squander it on what doesn't endure. I don't want to reach my final breath and regret the hours I spent chasing approval that vanished like smoke. I want to live for what lasts. Moments of truth, acts of courage, connections that run deep. So I ask you, as I ask myself, what would it feel like to let go of the need to be seen, to be applauded, to move through the world guided only by the compass of your own soul? The parchment lies still now, the ink drying. The world outside this room hums with its judgments, its endless demands. But here, in this quiet, I choose to listen to the Stoics, to act with intention, to let others' thoughts drift past like leaves on a river. And in that choice, I find something unshakable, a life that's mine, not theirs.